Hi everyone. My name is Carly. I am 21 years old and I have schizophrenia. I feel like, I guess the reason that I'm even doing this in the first place is there's no real talk about it other than what you see in TV or the news. You know, it's always schizophrenia is a bad, scary thing. And, well, I mean, it is pretty scary a lot of the times. But, you know, it kind of cuts out there's a whole nother side to it. Or, I don't really know. I don't really want to go into the news part of it. Anyway, so, yeah, I just wanted to give, I guess, a better, um, idea. I can't speak for everyone, but I do, I am one of those people. So yeah, I guess I don't really have a list of what typical symptoms are, but I was diagnosed with psychosis when I was institutionalized at 17, uh, 17 years old. Um, and then, after like 2 years, I got diagnosed schizophrenia, undifferentiated, and then later on they just started calling it the disorganized type. I guess that's mostly because I don't think they have the subtypes anymore regarding the new manual of mental disorders. Um, so okay, yeah, the symptoms. Okay, hallucinations are the pretty standard ones, but it's not just visual or auditory, although those are the most prevalent. There's also touch, uh, smells, and taste, I guess, though I can't really imagine what that would be like. Um, so yeah, as far as you can see right now, I don't speak for everyone, so I'm just one case of however many. Um, there's hallucinations. There's paranoia, which can really range from mild to severe, as with every symptom I'm probably going to list. Um, so that would be the paranoid type if we're going by subtypes still, although I don't know how I feel about that. And then there's the disorganized type, which is like me, and it's more of a thought, uh, a thought and speech kind of difficulty, the word salad type thing where, I guess in my case, I'm mostly thinking like two sentences ahead, so I'm like merging all kinds of sentences together at times. And I think for my family, they've learned how to figure that much out. But I can be pretty word salady sometimes. Depends. Um, and then there's the catatonic type, which I've also shown a lot of symptoms of in the past, mostly as a child, which is it was, I guess, kind of confused as something that's off the branch of um the autism tree, which was sensory types things, which is kind of ironic now considering what I eventually got diagnosed as, because I was never diagnosed officially as a child with anything. So the catatonic parts are, I can't really explain. I wish I had a better explanation because that's kind of what I want to do right now is explain just what everything is because there aren't that many people talking about it. Uh, and then there was the undifferentiated, which was basically, hey, you're kind of showing symptoms of all three, but we can't really place you specifically in one category, which I think is why they got rid of the subtypes because nobody really ever fit into each one exactly. Because I've definitely shown delusions. I can know I'm being delusional, and it won't change the fact that I'm still having that delusion. I had a lot of delusions as a kid that were pretty interesting. But yeah, hallucinations are pretty frequent. They're all throughout the day. It's mostly sounds and visuals and stuff. Sometimes, I don't know, I started showing signs when I was really young. Like I said earlier with the catatonia thing. Uh, I was definitely seeing something as a kid. Uh, I guess, there are people out there who, they only hear schizophrenia. It's a very small amount of people who do this, but they think it might be something almost otherworldly and magical, or just something so ideal to what is life, and they kind of put on a persona about it. But, I mean, and I'm not saying you can't have good hallucinations, because there are a lot of good hallucinations and it doesn't make a difference. If it's not scaring you, what's the problem? But, you have to learn how to ignore that kind of stuff. I think I've gotten pretty good at managing hallucinations, but there's always maybe a week or so where I almost go completely nonverbal. So it's kind of unusual for me to be making a video at all. But as far as I can tell, I'm just talking to a screen right now. Anyway, so as a kid, uh, there were a few different, I guess, significant events that happened. Nobody knows what the cause of schizophrenia is. uh, they're narrowing it down, I think, in some science recently. I don't know. I don't really keep up too much. But hmm. Well, anyway, I don't really know what else I should say in introduction video. If anyone has questions, I am always free to answer them. It would take forever for me to go through every hallucination I've ever had. I guess if I could throw one out there, something that would probably be pretty troubling to other people, but is kind of normal to me now, is I've always had this thing about mailboxes, and mailboxes always end up being like this. I would always look at mailboxes and see twisted up, like mangled people, and I never really thought anything of it, but yeah, I realize that's weird. Okay, anyway, yeah, so that's it. This is my video. So if you have questions or want to know anything specific, yeah, I'm 23 now. I mean 21 now. Well, there's a good example right now. I forget when I'm born all the time. Can't really remember my anything. I can't remember anything. So I'm 21. Been diagnosed for since I was 19, and I've been experiencing this almost my entire life. So I definitely have some experience on it. And I'd love to hear what anyone has to say. So thank you for watching.